Referee allowing play to flow, and Navas deciding not to allow play to continue because it's his teammate Munir who's down and holding the back of his right leg. Trying to keep up with Vinicius. It is not easy. And he immediately held the back of that right thigh.
They'll probably have a look at him at half-time and see if he can continue. I think they're bringing him on before that. And indeed, there is the whistle.
Goalless so far at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan. The sun shining in Andalusia. Real Madrid under pressure, and they made a really bright start to this match. Could have scored twice in the opening 5 minutes. And then later on in the half, Karim Benzema forced a brilliant save from Sevilla's goalkeeper Yacine Bono. But neither team has broken through. Bono far the busier of the two goalkeepers, but Sevilla relatively comfortable in possession. The half-time score then is Sevilla 0, Real Madrid 0.
So, as we see some wonderful pictures of the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan Stadium in Seville, the score is currently goalless. And let me just remind those of you who maybe missed our pre-show nonsense is the word I would use. Peter Reid said this would be a 7-goal thriller.
It's a good game.
Is it a 7-goal thriller?
It's half-time, Joseph.
So what, there are going to be 7 goals in the second half?
That's what I put down. Ask me at the end of the game.
Well, it's not a 7-goal thriller yet. And Kevin Campbell, less deluded, he said that it was going to be 2-1
I'm less deluded, am I?
Yes, you said it was going to be 2-1 to Real Madrid. So that could happen. The chances of Real Madrid winning 4-3, as your chum over there suggested, less likely to happen. Get your questions coming in as well, because I want to know what you think of that first 45 minutes. Mohammed, you're first up at half-time. Is Real Madrid playing their best form? Peter, you go first.
It's been a good game. Both sides, energy and work, and when they haven't got the ball, has counteracted the flowing football. Sometimes that happens. The energy that both of these, Sevilla and Real Madrid, have shown without the ball has been fantastic. How do you get back? You've got to get your sharper passing in certain areas. Your first touch has got to be better, and that's what beats when people are shutting you down. But I think it's been a decent game in terms of energy. It's just that quality touch and pass.
Rowett, Kevin, says Real Madrid lack creativity, but a strong first half. That's a relatively good assessment.
Well, that's a good assessment, Joe. It is. But do you know what I think is the most telling for me? Real Madrid probably created the better chances, but they're not clinical. And this is what you usually attach to Real Madrid. When they get the opportunities, they kill you. But Benzema is a little bit behind right now. He doesn't look himself.
Now, Sujan says Bono is the man of the match in the first half. Are you being serious, Sujan? Now, I can understand why you would say that, because he did pull off that fabulous save. However, over the whole 45 minutes, Kevin, well, let's just focus on Bono for a second.
Yeah. He's looked a bit shaky, Joe, with the ball at his feet. Goalkeeping isn't just about stopping shots anymore. It's about your all-round game when the ball's out of your hands or on your feet. And he's looked a bit suspect at times, and this was a great opportunity for Real Madrid, but again, they're not quite clinical.
Under unnecessary pressure. Sorry, just to interrupt you, Kevin. Just to remind people that Vatslik is out. That's why Bono has come back into the side. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, he's flapping. I mean, he's made some decent stops, but I think he's the weak link, Joe.
This is the save, wasn't it?
Yeah, this is a great save.
Fantastic.
But you expect him to make that, Joe.
But not the man of the match performance that Sujan was suggesting.
Not man of the match. No way, man of the match. What game is he watching?
Yes, I do agree with you on that. Mudasa says Joe is biased.
Very.
What? He didn't talk and start the conversation with praising Real Madrid's first half performance. Well, Real Madrid have had a good first half, but so have Sevilla. Would you say Real Madrid has had, as Mudasa is suggesting, a considerably better first half than Sevilla, or has it been more even Stevens?
No, it's an even game. I mean, Real Madrid, that Benzema effort was possibly the best of the half. I think Sevilla have put good crosses into the box, but to be fair to Real Madrid, they defended them well, which you need against this team because they're a big side. Up front, De Jong's a big, powerful centre forward, isn't he? So, but it's a close game, and I think as the game goes on and the energy they've expanded, I think it'll get more open. I've got to say that. Time and space to play.
You were talking about the pressing, weren't you? Is that the reason we've seen, not just Sevilla, but both sides giving the ball away so much in that first 45 minutes? Is it because of that intensity?
I'll tell you what, the example we've just shown there, the goalkeeper, Bono, gets one, boom, shutting down straight away. Yeah. So it's all over the pitch.
I mean, here, Nacho...
Yes.
Well, maybe you could question the decision-making, but it is good pressing.
Very good. Very good. And you know what? You got to give some credit to Zidane.
He
set them up, and do you know,
Rodrigo winning it there.
That's why I say Benzema's a yard off, because you've got to make the most of those positions. You really have to.
And by the way, Kevin, we've just selected 2 or 3 incidents. There were a number of occasions that not just one side, but both sides pressed into giving it away.
Pressed into giving it away. Should be doing better on the ball, Joe. And unfortunately, you've got to say it's good play by the opposition. It's good play. Whoever's out of possession of the ball are doing well pressing.
Yeah, let me get a couple more questions in. Shiba says, are you satisfied, Kevin, with Real Madrid's first half?
No, I'm not satisfied.
Should they be a goal up in that first half?
And I'll tell you why they should.
Why?
When Rodrigo had the opportunity, he shot when he could have squared it, and I'm sure Benzema was there for a tap-in. Now, that's the difference sometimes. Getting your nose in front in these games is so important in these big games. But I just thought Rodrigo was a little bit selfish, which I don't want to knock him for, because him and Vinicius have just come into the side. They've got to make an impression. But a square pass with a tap-in, you get your nose in front.
Let me Yash, and we've just seen as well, Yash talking about Modric.
Brilliant.
He has been the best player, creative player in that first 45 minutes.
He had one Cruyff turn and a pass down the side, which was sublime. And he's the one who's beat the press, if you like, with his touch and his ability to pass the ball. He's been outstanding. 35 years of age. Nothing beats controlling and passing the football. Yeah,
well, yeah, exactly. Sometimes it's up here, isn't it, Peter?
Without a doubt.
No, not in there.
Thank you for that compliment, Joe.
Let's get Uznik in here. Says, is Ramos the real man behind the win for Real, which they are looking for? I'm not quite sure what you're saying there, Uznik, but I'm guessing
because he's missing.
So. By the way, if you joined us late, where were you? It's not acceptable. Don't let it happen again. But Ramos trained with the group on yesterday, not involved in this game, may come back or may be saved for the Borussia Mönchengladbach game next week. I didn't get it wrong.
Nearly.
I nearly got it wrong, but I didn't get it wrong, all right? Nearly's not the same. Borussia Mönchengladbach.
Oh, there we go. We've got him. He's gone. Mönchengladbach, is it, Joe?
Borussia Mönchen, that German team, they're playing midweek in the Champions League. That, on a serious note, they must beat to go through to the knockout stages of the Champions League. If they don't, it'll be the first time ever in UEFA Champions League history that Real Madrid haven't qualified for the knockouts. So, Ramos, we think, may be being saved for that midweek fixture, even though he trained yesterday. Anyway, we finally got through that. Right, Anish says, nice opportunities for Real, but could not convert it. I mean, he's right, right from that very first minute.
Joel, they're not clinical. And if when you're not clinical, you leave yourself susceptible and open to the opposition nicking a goal. And Sevilla have looked quite dangerous when they're whipping those crosses in. So Real Madrid have to get their noses in front first.
Vinicius, will he be replaced at half-time?
Well, Vinicius, he had a couple of opportunities to get at. I think there was once where it was played up to Benzema. Is this it? Benzema gets it, slips it round the corner. Watch this for a touch. I mean, that's just not good enough.
Joe.
Kevin, you want to elaborate?
Yeah, I want to elaborate really on this because Rodrigo and Vinicius are starting today. There's been a clamour for these players to get a goal. And for me, Vinicius, he does so well. He gets back, they win the ball back, and here, this is where you need Vinicius to be better. And that is such a poor touch, Joe. He's got the opportunity to really get Real Madrid up the pitch in a dangerous position. And he doesn't seem to be able to do it quite well as right now. He's got to make better. Him and Rodrigo have to make better of the opportunities they get down the flanks.
Better decision-making.
Yes.
I want to ask you, Peter, about Nacho. Now, we enthused so much about Nacho last week and his performances, stepping in for Ramos. He looked comfortable. Today, not so much. Why?
I think if you look at the game, I think because we were going on about Sevilla pressing, really good. I think what he's doing now, he's trying to wonder ball. Because they are so...
He's trying to what?
The wonder ball.
Wonder ball,
the wonder
okay.
pass. The pass that gets you out.
The Hollywood pass,
yeah, it's a difficult one. These two 40-yard passes, where Real Madrid are usually slick passing, I can understand wanting to switch play, but you've got to have the vision to know when to do it.
Can you only do that if you're good at it?
Well,
Ramos is very good at it.
Yeah, I think that helps, but for me, they weren't on. They weren't on. Right. Them passes weren't on.
They weren't options.
No, because Sevilla got the press on, and he pressed right from the front as well. So that was where you're on to get your short passes in to then make a long
Nacho thinks he's Ramos, doesn't he? With those, he thinks he's Ramos. Because they're Ramos's passes get there.
Let's have another look at them. They are over-ambitious.
Over-ambitious, Joe. This is a joke. Listen, because he's in the team now. Look, he's in the left back position and he's trying to hit an 80-yard pass. Look, Nacho, just defend.
Yeah.
And pass it to a black shirt.
And
just defend.
Here's another one.
And that's another one. Giving the ball away, Joe. It could come back to cost.
Yeah.
Real Madrid.
There were a couple of times where he did put his...
Them passes will put Sevilla on the attack.
Yeah.
That's what's happened.
Put Real Madrid under pressure. Let me get a few questions in here. Our Peter says, Kevin is the kind of person I have in my group. What group is that?
A good group, Joe.
Please explain.
Joe. I can tell you, it's the good group, Joe. Don't you know that? Come on. Are you not part of it, Joe?
Soam says, should Benzema be substituted?
No, not yet, no. He's the only cutting edge Real Madrid have right now.
Ranim says, Courtois' performance, marks out of 10 for Courtois in that first half?
He hasn't even had a save. 5, because he's not able to save.
He hasn't been in the game. Nothing to do. Real Madrid have defended cross as well.
Marks out of 10 is a number.
5.3.
5. Okay. Sack says, thank you very much. Very kind of you.
Not another one.
There you go. Now, back on to the serious stuff. B, watching the first half of the game, who's going to win, Sevilla or Real Madrid? Who's most likely to score first, in your opinion? I'm adding on to that.
Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid have
look
looked
more
a
likely
lot
to
more
score?
at it than they have done in weeks. And I'm expecting Real Madrid to score first.
I go with that. Real Madrid.
So you're sticking with that
4-3.
advantage?
4-3.
Let's put it to the people. Who is most likely to score first? 69% say Real Madrid. 31% not so convinced.
Yeah, I think Real Madrid have had the best of chances and have looked. And like Kevin said, that little bit of quality, that little bit of care, that little bit of magic in the final third.
Remember, it's 4th against 5th in the La Liga Santander table. Let's head back to the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan Stadium and rejoin your commentary team of Tim Lee and Rick Sharma.
Live a season without a script, improvised by protagonists who rehearse non-stop. It's not fiction, it's not a thriller, it's something much bigger. And after 90 seasons, the excitement is still intact in La Liga Santander and La Liga Smart Bank. It's not football, it's La Liga.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan, a stadium where Real Madrid have lost 4 of their last 5 matches. A stadium where they are very much under pressure. There in the picture was Zinedine Zidane at the back of the tunnel. What a big game for him. What a big half-time team talk he must have just delivered. Let's remind the viewers, Rick, that Real have not won in their last 3 league games, and never before under Zidane have they gone 4 matches without a victory.
That's right, Tim. And this performance from Madrid so far hasn't been bad. They've been the better team in a quite tight first half, but it doesn't mean anything unless they can find a goal. Sevilla are still alive, and I'm sure Lopetegui will have also told his team a few things at half-time to improve on, to be a bit sharper in the box, to try and test Courtois, because Courtois has made a couple of mistakes in recent weeks, and, you know, they haven't even given him a shot to save yet.
It is Karim Benzema who has the first touch of the second half. José María Sánchez Martínez, a blow of the whistle to get the second period underway, and now we have 45 minutes, which could be defining for Zidane and his Real Madrid side. They have been backed into a corner before, and every time previously they've come out with an answer. Can they find something now in the second period away at Sevilla? A close game, a tight game, and so much on the line. Real picked up all 3 points here last season. It was Karim Benzema with a second half header. That was the first clean sheet that Real Madrid had kept here since March 2002. Free kick taken short and then speared in towards the back post. De Jong was climbing. Courtois came and then went back to his goal line. Casemiro and Cruz couldn't clear. Here is the introduced substitute, Oliver Torres, who's on for Munir. A change at the break from Lopetegui. Munir picked up that muscular injury just before half-time, and he's been replaced by the number 21, Oliver Torres.
Yeah, we just saw Munir sitting on the sidelines, just stretching out his leg. Clearly a bit of discomfort for him.
Well, Munir had been in good form. 2 goals in his last 4 appearances, but his afternoon is cut short. And a chance for Oliver Torres, who has history at Atletico Madrid, of course. Navas scooped forward, a nice idea. Rodrigo was able to steal it from Fernando, but then Torres found De Jong. Here's Jordan.
Hopefully hopefully from Sevilla's point of view, Oliver Torres can give Lucas Vázquez more of a test at right back than Munir did in the first half, because he doesn't enjoy playing there. He's usually a winger, and we saw against Valencia he really suffered in that position, and he was back there against Alaves last week because of injuries.
Well, Alex Vidal had made the forward burst there to try and unsettle him, but Rakitic didn't play the pass and offers an apology as Vidal retreats. This time Vidal checks his run, and here is Torres. He found Navas, who took it down well. Navas today playing for the 540th time for Sevilla. Here he is.
Well, they say Javier Zanetti is evergreen, but for me, Jesus Navas is also evergreen. Still going strong.
Campos couldn't collect the return pass from De Jong. He felt he was fouled. Sevilla have won it back anyway. Here is the evergreen Jesus Navas, toying with Mondi, sending it backwards towards Jules Koundé. Now Fernando. Rick, you made the comparison, if you like, first half between Fernando and Casemiro, and they are also the two players on the pitch who are a booking away from a suspension. Low ball in, deflected. Vázquez cushions the header only as far as Jordan, and now Ivan Rakitic outside of the boot, but it just rolls off for a throw-in.
I don't think either of them are going to want to get another booking today, because they've both got big games next weekend in La Liga. Sevilla go to Getafe, and Real Madrid have that derby clash with Atletico, and Casemiro is absolutely crucial for that game.
Getafe struggling slightly and lost again today, but never an easy place to go to, the Coliseum. Before that fixture, Sevilla play at Rennes, their final group stage game in the Champions League. Fernando's header, controlled by Jordan. Nacho lunged in. Look at the strength from Vinicius. Shoulder to shoulder with his compatriot.
Zidane will like to see that. Vinicius doing well, winning that free kick in the end. It's a big issue for Madrid, how to get the most out of the forwards that play alongside Karim Benzema up front, because none of them has ever really taken their game by the scruff of the neck and shown they deserve a run in the team.
Oliver Torres just closing down the Real backline. Here is Courtois, who was caught out with his distribution last week in the loss to Alaves. Vidal won it back from Rodrigo. Now Torres, who offers something very different compared to Munir. More likely to drop deeper into the midfield. Navas. Inside for Ocampos. Back to Joan Jordan, wide for the captain. Navas looks up, delivers towards Luke de Jong. Acrobatic, spectacular, and not too far away from opening the scoring.
Fantastic effort from de Jong. He just wishes he could have put it a metre either side of Courtois instead of straight at him, because it'd be pretty hard for the goalkeeper to react to that kind of effort.
First save of the match for Courtois. Sensational from the Dutch striker.
He got really good contact on the ball there, but couldn't quite get the accuracy he wanted on it.
And a brighter start to the second half for Sevilla than it was to the first. Anxious opening 5 minutes to the game for the home team, but they look a little more settled now. Here is Torres dropping into that midfield.
That will give Alex Vidal a bit more license to get forward and give width up the left. He has played a few times as a right winger.
Navas, his pass cut out by Mondi, who found Vinicius, who immediately looked to get Real moving forward and did exactly that. He continued his run. Benzema looked for him, does so again. Fernando well positioned, as he so often is for Sevilla. Some space now. Real had committed some bodies forward. This is Ocampos taking on Nacho. Lucas Ocampos, deflected cross left by De Jong. Vázquez under pressure. Modric with a calm head. Cruz stabbing it for Benzema. But Sevilla have it back. This is Alex Vidal. Torres peeled wide, opened up some space for the full-back. Vidal up the line. And then it was Rakitic trying to get beyond his international teammate Luka Modric, but couldn't do so. Two Croatian number 10s on the pitch today. Toni Kroos. This time his crossfield pass not quite so accurate, but Zidane with the positive encouragement nonetheless. Cruz was closed down, but made the pass. Benzema forward for Mondi. First time ball looks good, and there's a goal here for Real Madrid! Vinicius Junior sniffed out the danger. He got there ahead of Bono, and 10 minutes after half-time, it's Sevilla 0, Real Madrid 1.
Vinicius so alert to reach that cross. Bono, I think, was a bit slow to come out, slow to try and reach it, and Vinicius did really well just to steer it past the goalkeeper.
Seemed to come from nothing, and it is a huge goal at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan. The champions built from the back. Benzema influential with that pass. Mondi didn't think twice. And Bono has been embarrassed there by the young Brazilian. And did Vinicius even get a touch? Well, it is a goalkeeping error, no question.
I think Vinicius just prods it and it puts Bono off and just brushes against the goalkeeper. Just took a little touch, Vinicius. It might go down as an own goal though, because I'm not sure Vinicius' effort is going on target.
Oh, we'll have another look, Rick. It may be that the initial cross from Mondi also took a little deflection. Well, either way, the champions strike first in Andalusia. It is such a big game for them. They have their backs to the wall, and now they have their noses in front. And this is Vinicius to the byline. Strength from Fernando.
I mean, Vinicius is going to try and claim it, of course.
Well, I think there was a touch there.
Yeah, just nicked him. There was a deflection too on the cross. Vinicius changes the path of it. Bono thought he was going to make a simple pickup.
Well, you'd have to say that the touch from Vinicius is crucial. It's what deceives Bono. Whether it would have gone into the net straight from Vinicius's boot is another question, but very well played by young Vinicius Junior. Such a determined run into the box.
I wonder if Bono underestimated Vinicius' speed in getting to that ball.
And now Sevilla must respond. They have won their last 2 home games in La Liga Santander. They defeated Osasuna and Celta.